Hello everyone, I know I've been on quite the hiatus, but I'm back and I'm playing a different game that isn't Roblox. I know, pretty crazy, right? But I'm actually going to be reviewing a mod known as Enderman Overhaul. It's a pretty cool mod actually. It gives biome dependent types of Endermen. And there's another mod called Creeper Overhaul that I'll be going over pretty soon. Now you might be wondering, where's the TDS content? It's coming. I've had some issues. So let's get into the video. Alright, so the first Enderman we're going to be going over is the Badlands Enderman. Now, this one, its eyes are very, very visible in dark places such as caves in the Badlands, which probably we're going to be seeing them, but they are not aggro on you in survival mode unless you stare them directly in the eyes like the normal Enderman, and they do a lot of damage. Their design is quite. They do not like water, and their design is actually quite cool. Um, They look a lot like the Savannah Enderman, which is coming up soon, but they have like a little skull on their shoulder and another skull on their belt. They have a red hood, some cyan cloth on their arms, and they can drop their tiny little skull. You cannot equip this on your head, but you can place it down and it looks pretty cool. Same with their cloak. And you can equip the cloak, but for some reason it wouldn't show on me. It just showed chainmail chestplate, and I don't know why. Maybe there's something to do with my shader. But the next one we're going to be doing is a cave enderman. Now, this enderman only spawns in caves, and it's very, very terrifying. You just see these glowing white eyes in the cave, and then it just starts charging towards you. And yes, that is some gold that you're staring at right now. Does not matter if you're looking at him or not. He will always be aggro onto you. And they actually do not like light. Whenever you place them next to light, they will teleport away from him. And it doesn't really matter like if they're in like a high light level. Like this is a low light level, so you can get a good look at the design. They're very pale. Anyways, when killed, they drop ender pearls, coal, and raw iron. I have a looting 3 sword, so this is not what they will drop when you kill them with a normal sword. And they dropped stone there because he was carrying stone. Like, you know, Endermen carry blocks. Yes, that is some stone. Next up, we have the Dark Oak Forest Enderman. Boy, this one is scary. Like, imagine just walking around and then just seeing this thing staring directly at you. It's, like, very, very terrifying. He's not normally aggro on you, and even when staring directly at him, he's not aggro. But when you punch him, yeah, he is aggro if you punch him. This is what he looks like in the light. In the light, he's pretty terrifying still. He has his eyes like inside of his trunk and all that, and antlers too. And it's just like a small like void. Anyways, when killed, he will drop ender pearls. That's about it. He has a lot of HP too. And if he's carrying grass. Okay, next up we have the Desert Enderman. Now the Desert Enderman just looks like a mummy. You know, as you'd see in the desert. And this was actually really cool because its eyes are like red and yellow. I mean orange and yellow, so it actually looks like really, really cool. And he will not aggro onto you unless you hit him. Now like the whole mob's after me, so I'm gonna have to switch my game mode in a sec. Anyways, when killed, this Enderman will spawn scarabs, and he drops ender pearls, and he will spawn 3 scarabs wherever he is when killed. And this is kind of like the Soul Sand Valley Enderman. We'll get into that a bit later. Next up, we have the Flower Fields Enderman. Now this one is adorable. It's just a little. He's just barely 1 block tall. He has a little flower crown. His eyes are very, very bright and white. and he's just like amazing. He has like the same texture as a normal Enderman, but just smaller, wider eyes, and a flat crown. He will not attack you no matter what. When you punch him, he will try to teleport away from you and run away. They do not attack you at all. They're completely passive. And these Endermen spawn in the flower fields biome. When killed, they're pretty hard to kill because they'll just be going all over the place. When killed, they will only drop Ender pearls, so there's no point in killing them. And at night, they look pretty good. Like they're with my shader, their eyes just like shine completely. Next up, we have the Ice Spikes Enderman, and this one is really tall actually. In fact, I think it's 4 blocks tall, right? Yeah, look, that thing's 4 blocks tall. Endermen are usually only 3 blocks tall, but this one is a little bit taller. Anyways, he looks a lot like the ice surrounding him, you know, because he spawns in the Ice Spikes biome. He's called the Ice Spikes Enderman. And he has like a spiky head. I wonder why. And he's just like really lanky. Like all of his arms and legs are just like super long. And he will not attack you normally, but when attacked, he will attack you. He walks really slow, but that might still hit you because the strays that spawn in his area can slow you down. Sorry. Anyways, when killed, he will drop the ice and icy pearls. These ender pearls are really cool because when you hit an enemy with them, it'll apply the new freeze effect to them. That means they basically can't move. It's like a worse version of slowness. So I can just like kind of go to town on this stray and they can't do anything. It's also because I'm in creative mode, but still. Because next up we have the Mushroom Enderman, and I don't know why, but my game's like lagging in this Mushroom Island area. And also the bun fungus from Alex's mobs do actually attack the Mushroom Enderman. Despite the fact that they are completely passive, as I'll show you in a second. Look. Anyways, he looks a lot like the mushrooms surrounding him. He has little brown mushrooms growing on his arms and one red one, and he has a big mushroom cap on his head. And his eyes do not glow. Anyways, he does not attack you when looking at him. He does not attack you normally, and he does not attack you after you attack him. Unlike the Flower Fields Enderman, he will not teleport to get away. He will only teleport like a normal Enderman when heavy damage has been applied, such as that. So when killed, he will drop red mushrooms and ender pearls. He dropped mycelium because he was carrying mycelium. Next up, we have the Coral Enderman. Now this one only spawns in coral reef biomes, and it just kind of swims around there. It has little corals all over it, and its eyes do glow using shaders and normally as well. It will not attack you when it's actually it will attack you when in survival mode. My bad. So it is hostile. And when killed, this thing will drop the bubble pearls, I believe. Give me a second. Yes, it will drop the bubble pearls. Now these pearls are really cool because gravity just doesn't apply to them. See, look, it's an accurate ender pearl with no gravity. So when you throw the ender pearl, look, when you throw the ender pearl, it will just keep going and won't stop until it eventually pops or hits an object. Anyways, this is what he looks like out of the water. And see, he has some dead coral on his face, and he's just really colorful in general. And he has white eyes and a little bubble particle effect. And let me just show you how this bubble pearl works a bit more. I'm going to aim at that jungle tree over there. I'm going to throw it. And then I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. And Yeah, and it just hit the tree. As you can see by that bullet part effect, that wasn't a cut. It just straight up hit the tree and teleported me there. Next up, we have the Savannah Enderman. I talked a little bit about this guy earlier, and as you can see, I spawned in a Badlands Enderman to do a little comparison. They both have the hood. I think the Badlands Enderman looks a little bit better because of all the skulls, but the Savannah Enderman kind of has the attire of a that skeleton was interfering. I had to kill him, but he has the attire of a Savannah villager. And as you can see, his color, no, desert villager. He has like the same color scheme as desert villager. Just like the Badlands villager, when looked at, he will attack you. Not villager, the Badlands Enderman, he will attack you when looked at. And when killed, he can drop Ender Pearl. Next up, we have the Snowy Enderman. He will spawn in any biome that isn't the Ice Spikes biome, so he will spawn in cold oceans that have the icebergs. He will attack you when looked at. And he can, I forgot to show you this, but he can spawn, he can drop the, his cloak that he's wearing, just like the Savannah and Badlands Endermen. Also, when killed normally, he will drop icy pearls and snowballs. So his drops are a little bit different. Anyways, I'm just gonna go to town on this skeleton. Snowballs, because this thing's doing no damage. Anyway, next up we have the Swamp Enderman. This thing is terrifying, just like the Dark Oak Enderman. He has 4 eyes, mushrooms covering his body. He has stuff protruding from his head, just like the Ice Spikes Enderman. And I'm pretty sure he's 4 blocks tall, like the Ice Spikes and Dark Oak Enderman. Just gotta check. Yeah, he is indeed 4 blocks tall. And he will not normally attack you. He will only attack you when looked at, like most Endermen. And this guy's especially dangerous. He does a ton of damage and applies the poison effect. I literally almost died here. So anyways, when killed, he will drop the Summoner Pearl, I believe. Yeah, the Summoner Pearl. And Grass Block if he's holding one. The Summoner Pearl is really cool because it will bring nearby mobs towards you. I'm going to set it to day so we can see it. Don't mind the typo. But set to day now, and throw that. See, it summons the catfish from Alex's mobs nearby. And when I throw it over here, it's going to summon even more nearby mobs. I'm going to spawn Swamp Enderman. Throw it, and it's going to teleport all 3 of those. Next up, we have the Windswept Hills Enderman. This one is actually the scariest one out of all of them. He looks like the Dark Oak Enderman, but scarier, because he's just so tall. He has a really, really large head. And he is a little bit taller than 4 blocks tall. But his head isn't even like a Dark Oak log. It's just like a really, really long head, and his pale skin, too. He's terrifying, and he has antlers as well. He really does resemble the Dark Oak Enderman. Anyways, he will not attack you normally, but when looked at, he will attack you, and applies slowness 4. He is really slow, but the slowness 4 does help him out a lot. I got some food here so I wouldn't die, because I want to see how much damage he did, but I still don't want to die because he does a lot of damage. I almost died. Anyways, one killed, so the slowness effects is going to be hard. Just missed it. I was going to show you that it was slowness 4, I just missed it, but he does drop normal ender pearls. Now we're going into the nether. Okay, first up we have the Nether Waste Enderman. This one looks like a devil. He has ribs poking out of his body, he has his spine poking out of his body, he has little devil horns and his eyes do glow. This thing is kind of dangerous. He has an unhinging jaw when he's mad, just like the normal Enderman, and he does damage, and he's really fast like a normal Enderman. When killed, he will drop bones and normal Ender Pearls probably. Next up we have the Crimson Forest Enderman. I almost call him the Red Forest Enderman. This thing kind of resembles the Swamp Enderman. It still is 3 blocks tall, so not as tall as that thing, but it has 4 eyes and it has little just gonna show you that he's 3 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3. It's a bit over 3, but still, he has little mushroom like holes in his body. I don't know if those are bloody holes or mushrooms. And he has mushrooms growing out of his head and 4 eyes. He also has the little like nether wart growings on his arms. His eyes are very, very glowy, so he's easy to spot. He does not attack you normally. When looked at, he'll unhinge his jaw and attack you. And he does quite a lot of damage. When killed, he will drop the Crimson Pearls and Crimson Fungus. The Crimson Pearls apply Strength 2 when you teleport for 15 seconds. Next up we have the Soul Sand Valley Enderman. This one looks very, very weird. I don't know what's going on with him. He has something special about him. He has a lot of glowing parts actually. He has glowing legs and arms. He has a glowing inside and a glowing eyes. He has a very, very odd looking jaw. And when killed, he will drop a really, really cool Ender Pearl actually. It's really fun to play around with. He will drop the Soul Pearl, which you can bind to any creature by shift right clicking, and then it's bound to a skeleton. So when you throw it, I think you might be able to guess. When you throw it, it will teleport the skeleton that was bound to. So if I throw it there, it'll teleport the skeleton there. And it's not just for skeletons, it can actually work on any mob. Except for maybe the bosses. I haven't tried that one out yet, but you just like kind of punch them off if you're in creative. So now I'm gonna bound it to this piglin and throw him into some lava. I need to find a good lava spot. That looks about good. I don't even know if this. Oh yeah, it is over lava. I kill this hoglin. Or I'm not gonna kill this hoglin. I guess hoglins just have a lot of it. That took 3 swings from my netherite sword. How much HP do hoglins have? Hi, editing me here. I kind of forgot to show that when you kill Soul Sand Valley Enderman, he spawns little spirits that attack you just like the mummy. So yeah, those are the spirits. They're just like little floating flaming skulls, and they do 1 damage. They do 2 hearts each. Well, they do 1 heart, 2 damage each. Yeah, that's just what I want to show you. Bye. On to the next Enderman. Next up, we have the Warped Forest Enderman. The Warped Forest Enderman only spawns a Warped Forest, and he's like really weird. He is 2 blocks tall, so a bit shorter, but he's really, really long arms and really, really short legs. So he's kind of like a gorilla, just walking around in his arms. He is like kind of like a soul sand color, or I guess warped bark color, and he has warped mushrooms growing off of him. And when he will not attack you normally, he will only attack you when looked at, like so. Where did he go? He literally just disappeared. Look how beautiful that looks with the shader, man. It's like one of my first times using shaders, so I'm like really amazed. But where did he go? Oh, there he is. See, he's apparently teleports far away, and he doesn't really receive much knockback either. Where did he? Okay, there he is. But yeah, he doesn't really receive any knockback, and he gets warped pearls, which apply resistance 2 when teleporting for 15 seconds. Which I'm pretty sure this can be used to survive really, really high falls. Like this. See, that would usually kill me, and that only brought me down to 1 heart. So, the resistance 2 definitely does work. Alright, now we're going on to the last two Endermen, and these Endermen are in the end. First up, we have the End Enderman. Very great name, I know. But he's kinda like the... He's kinda like the Soul Sand Valley Enderman in his, like, jaw, but his jaw's a little bit more open. And I'm pretty sure he is 2 blocks tall. No, he's still 3, never mind. And this guy's actually really hard to deal with, because when he attacks you, he'll teleport you into a random area. Like, see, and when you're fighting him on the end islands, he could, like, very well teleport you really near the void, and then you just, like, walk off the void while you're trying to look for him. So he is actually really dangerous. Like, see, I'm almost gonna fall in. I thought I falled in there. Fall? That's not a word. Fell. Yeah, guys, I thought I falled in there, but... Anyways... Okay, teleporting me back up. This guy has a lot of HP, and it's a tough fight. But when killed, he'll give you the Corrupted Pearl. This will teleport any Enderman or any mob you hit to a random location, like this and this. And just to show you, it does not work when you shoot near them. It has to be right on them. You have to actually hit them with it. And just to show you this isn't the Enderman taking damage and teleporting away, I'm gonna spawn a mushroom. Show you. See, there he goes. Anyways, lastly, we have the End Islands Enderman. This thing kind of looks like an axolotl with a head, but he's like really, really tall. He's like 4¼ blocks tall. That's pretty tall. Anyways, this guy, he will shoot shulker-like projectiles at you. Oh god, I angered an Enderman. Hold on. And these shulker-like projectiles are actually going to teleport you to random locations, just like the End Enderman. So this guy's really tough. He's really slow though. So he shouldn't be that hard to take down. It's just the projectiles that are hard. You just need to, they're homing too, so you need to evade them. And I don't think you can hit them with your sword like the shulker projectiles. When killed, he will drop ender pearls. And I think he can drop ancient pearls. Ancient pearls are used to summon these little axolotl pet guys who will fight for you. They're basically like your wolves. So these Endermen are actually very useful. I'm pretty sure you get them from the End Island Endermen, but I didn't really test that much, so I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, we'll give you a chat bubble whenever you kill or one of your pets gets killed, just like normal pets, and they have a little gem in their stomach, and they actually look overall pretty cool. They're one of my favorite Enderman designs from this mod, actually. And you can store them in like their own specific pearls too, like that, so you can summon them whenever. It won't work after you something. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. Hope to see you in the next video. I know it's taking a while, but bye.